Hello! Hey, I'm Alex Grubard. This is Grubard, a YouTube podcast. We're here at Helium Comedy Club St. Louis in the garage. People are making drinks in the background. It's crazy. With me today is Jack Wright, right?
Hello, yes, that's me.
Jack, you've been hosting the shows. Thanks so much for doing that.
Of course.
And you live here in St. Louis?
Yeah, born and mostly raised. I was kind of raised half and half in Arkansas.
Yeah, right.
Which was nice.
Have you, and you're obviously a stand-up comedian here in the stand-up scene in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, have you done comedy in Arkansas too?
Yeah, I have. Not in the part where I'm from, in the northwest part where all the Walmart money is.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah, there's some fun shows over there.
Is it all like Walmart employees? Do they just dominate that whole area?
Pretty much, like the family, like the Waltons and stuff. It's like my side of Arkansas looks like The Walking Dead, and theirs is like a very new college town kind of area.
How old is Walmart really? Like, how many decades has they been building up this county or whatever?
I mean, probably at least since the 50s and 60s. I'm sure it started like as a small store and then grew, but when it got to what it was, it just basically wiped out the economy.
Yeah, right. In America?
Yeah,
right. Let alone in, what town? I used to know the town it was in Arkansas. I somehow, like, it's not Little Rock. It's something, like,
it's
completely different.
I think Bentonville.
Something like that sounds right.
I can't, maybe Fayetteville.
What part are you from?
Osceola, Arkansas. So it's 40 minutes west of Memphis.
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay.
So,
Got you. So you've done comedy down there, but obviously probably here. You started here?
Yeah, started here, and for the most part, just stay here. This year I've gotten to travel, gotten to go to Kansas City. I did Fountain City Comedy Festival, which is a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Very good festival over there. And then Chicago, too, is nearby. So
Chicago's here, and that's like the big city, obviously.
Yeah, dude.
St. Louis is big, but obviously.
Yeah, we have this weird rule that you can't build a building taller than the arch.
Oh, yeah, one of
So,
those things.
Yeah, we got a lot of counties, but I feel like we're very limited in our downtown.
Yeah, it's probably a dense state, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like St. Louis and Kansas City are kind of popping, and then the rest of it's just like, you know.
I got you. Not popping?
Nah, at all. Not popping. I mean, they're popping pills. But
yeah,
not
popping
anything
something.
really fun.
Yeah, right, I feel you. Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of that. You get a lot of crazies and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I work the door at the Funny Bone, the other club here in town, and I mean, during a show, like, there's a cruise ship comic on stage, and there's still people going to the bathroom 12 times during the set to go do coke.
So wait, I feel like you just used cruise ship comic as a different type of ridiculous term. I don't want to be too mean to them and say derogatory, because there's something there. Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
You get a lot of. Is there some sort of like path between like St. Louis comedy and then like doing cruise ships? I mean, is it landlocked around here? It's
right? It's for sure landlocked.
Up and down the Mississippi on like steamboat gambling, steamboat casinos.
There. Honestly, we used to have a steamboat casino. I don't know if that's still open, but that was our thing for a little bit.
See, yeah, that's fascinating to me.
But no, I think it's just definitely they're really nice guys, and obviously they're really funny and like good at stand up.
Right.
They're career comics and stuff. I think it's just a lot of them found work at that club, and they continue to kind of fill out some off weekends and stuff
for sure,
as they get into older age.
And they still do stuff. They still do the scene stuff. So that's kind of what this podcast is about, is like kind of an oral history of like different scenes. So yeah, I'm very interested in some of that, like Helium, where we're at, and like it has 2 rooms. It's closer to downtown than the other ones, right?
Yes.
But the Funny Bones are older.
Yes, Funny Bones are older. I'm not 100% sure. I know it was around in the 80s. It's always been in like the Westport Plaza, just kind of moving around in that little kind of mall. And then there's one in St. Charles now, but there used to be one in Valley Park out in the suburbs. But we've had everybody from Norm, Seinfeld, Dice, just all the old guys coming through, and there's a lot of staff members that have definitely been there that whole time. And
oh, well, that's great. They all have stories of like seeing this guy. Well, you were saying yesterday, I think this guy wouldn't leave the stage, something like that. There's
a server, Patty, who she's a queen. She's an older lady, just smokes cigarettes, and I don't know if she was a Playboy bunny, so I don't want to like put that on blast. But she worked at the Playboy like club.
Oh, okay.
Before the Funny Bone, which I think is how she kind of got into it. But when Robin Williams was there, that was her big complaint about him, that he wouldn't get off the fucking stage.
Oh, man.
And shit. She told Seinfeld he wasn't funny like a month before he got the show. So
she's got some stories like that. That's great.
yeah.
I used to, when I started, there was like a waitress like that who had used to like, I started like New York Comedy Club. There was a waitress, Rosa, who had like waited at Catch a Rising Star and had all those kind of stories about like, and she was such a fucking hard lady, you know, like that type of, you know, intimidated the hell out of like 18-year-old me, but I was like, she's also the coolest, you know, for you know, like you said, smoking cigarettes outside the club, just bitching about whatever. Ray Romano's kids are all grown up. You know, yeah, hilarious, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, what else goes on here? I mean, I kind of always am interested in what like a week looks like. I mean, also, I guess, you know, I hate asking like how long people have been doing stand up, but like, you've been here the whole time. Like, when did you, you know, has the scene changed since you started? Would you say when you started, was Helium open?
Helium was open, yeah. I started right when the pandemic was kind of winding down.
Oh, okay.
So when I started, there was still only like a few bar mics that were happening and stuff. Wing It Wednesday, Legacy, they've been going for a while. Word Up, and like you'd have to pay to go up in those rooms. And also, I'd be like one of the few white comics in those rooms, which is a very fun experience.
Yeah.
To have.
That's good.
Yeah.
Stand out.
Yeah,
you know?
I know, right? Be special for once.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Instead of going up at the club mic where you're the fourth guy to talk about his gay brother.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, like,
yeah.
But
you're the good kind of special and not just a fucking moron, you know? Yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, bar mics and stuff is what was going on. And you had to pay?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Not only, like, pretty much one. But it was at least that one always had a good audience.
What was this place?
Word Up. So
Word Up.
It's at the bar is called Legacy, but the mic is called Word Up, and they got poetry and music and comedy, so it's kind of like a variety mic. But
got you.
A lot of people always there, so it's definitely just a fun room to go up.
Yeah, that can be a thing where like you're performing. It feels at least like there's an audience, even if there isn't anyone that's not going up, because they're not all doing comedy.
Yeah,
you know, and you are like you're not just white, you're also a stand-up. You know, so you're doing your special in multiple ways. And they're artsy, so they can kind of like, I feel like they're usually there for it, you know?
Yeah.
They're a little more like, oh, yeah, we're just trying to have a good time, and we get things.
Well, I would had poets, but they also had a lot of erotic poets.
Oh, what?
So, yeah. I would follow a black woman in her 30s just talking about squirting for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But very poetically, and then I'm like, I was 19 when I started, too, so just goofy-looking fucking kid.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Make that lady a poet laureate, I say. You know, let's give her a prize of something, a Pulitzer.
I mean, I remember her fondly. She's great. I think I did mushrooms one time, and I did my own erotic poem there with sunglasses on.
Oh, whoa.
That was a fun night. That was good.
Yeah, stand up on mushrooms is fun.
Yeah, I've only done it a couple times, and like it was more like when I started because I was like stupid, but you know, like now I actually like have opportunities.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it here. Yeah, exactly. Something where it's like I've done it where it's kind of like a theme of the show, not like that specifically. Like one time I did a show that was like everybody smokes a ton of weed before they get up, and that was one of the first times I ever did mushrooms on like a show. Yeah, but it was like kind of like fit in perfectly. Everybody in the crowd knew I was tripping, it was fun. And then I've done it on shows like I've run, just bar shows where you're like, and never like, I'm not doing like a hero's dose either usually, sure. and going out there and trying to remember jokes. But yeah, a few times, a few mics and stuff, like you said. Used to kind of do it at the Creek and the Cave when it was in New York. And that was like a place that you could kind of do that, not like often, but out of the 100 times you're there, a year. And in fact, at like one of their, a million mics and stuff like that, it was like, it's not that crazy to do here. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I know what you mean. I would be nervous to do it like something besides stand up, like poetry. That would freak me out.
Yeah, or like I don't know. I play music too, so like I don't know. Music on mushrooms, you just think you're a lot better at music than you actually are.
Yeah,
comedy, sense. I feel like you feel the bomb a lot more on mushrooms. Yeah, it's like, oh, they're not laughing; they're all just looking at me.
Yeah, absolutely, which they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally. Am I imagining this? No, it's happening. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, cool. I dig that though. Wait, so you were also in bands? Were you in bands or were you in bands? You just played music?
Yeah, my dad plays music around town.
Oh, cool.
He's in a Grateful Dead cover band and like a few other bands.
Oh, hell yeah.
So growing up, I've always like kind of played and gigged with him a little bit. And then
sick.
High school, I was marching band kid, and college too.
Got you.
So definitely. In middle school, I had no friends, so I was like, let me go through a Bob Dylan phase real quick and really make sure I got no friends.
And you're playing the harmonica and stuff. And doing,
my dad plays harmonica. That's
I was about to say, there's no harmonica in any Dead songs.
Yeah,
is there?
Yeah, Pigpen, actually.
Pigpen? Oh, wow. So you know your shit.
I
There you go. Oh, funny.
Raised by unmotivated people.
Yeah. Deadheads. Better to be raised by a deadhead around here than probably another kind of head.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not an alcoholic, really, because that's what this town turns you into for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a drinking town. Are there a lot of brewery shows and stuff of all kinds, I guess, of music and...
There used to be definitely more music brewery shows
Yeah.
than there are stand-up shows. There's one really good one at Bluewood Brewery. That's a fun show. Andrew Giesman puts that on.
That's cool.
But and then Schlafly and Alpha have, like, here and there done kind of
Are those like
shows.
the big craft brewers around here, or like how are there a ton of craft breweries?
Yeah, there's a decent amount.
You
I
assume.
mean, like Four Hands, Urban Chestnut, Schlafly. Those have been kind of like the big independent ones, and then Budweiser's located. They're based out of here.
Right.
They bought our water supply.
What?
Like, for the city? So like technically, I think we own it, but like they can turn that shit off.
Whoa.
If they want to, probably.
That's
like,
crazy. And then you just have to drink Bud Light forever. That's insane. Yeah.
I mean, there's a good amount of people who wouldn't mind.
Yeah. They pretty much just do it as is.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get a lot of drinkers around. I mean, every town I feel like is turning into like more and more of a drinking town, but some are kind of like legacy drinking towns, like a St. Louis, or like a Milwaukee. These are just kind of they've always been hardcore drinking towns, but everywhere surprises me at how much they drink. I mean, it fuels everything in the country. It feels like.
Well, there's caves underneath St. Louis where like the old breweries would keep their beer down there, but then also like during Prohibition they would like travel under the city in these caves and tunnels to deliver. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we're real alcoholics. We'll build tunnels. Dude.
That's cool. Can you go into them?
You can. I think there's guided tours.
There
and
are.
Stuff,
That's
but
cool.
It's like I think seasonal because sometimes they'll flood and like fill up and shit when it rains.
I got you. Yeah.
Huge tunnel system.
Oh, that's cool
A
though.
lot like New York.
Yeah, just no subway.
Yeah, no Jews either, but we got tunnels.
Yeah, I noticed yesterday. I was like, oh God, I'm the only Jew anyone's ever met.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. I mean, it can't be true. They've passed through that college area or whatever, university district.
U City. We do have AJ. So like, you got your guys' version of the Y, I believe.
The Y.
Like
I see. YMCA. I got you.
YMCA.
HA, I think.
Yeah.
They
just call it the J.
Oh,
guess,
okay.
here.
I got you.
But like,
I see what you mean.
You guys
The
got
J.
one neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's
pretty much every city too. I mean, again, it's like they keep them in a certain area.
Yeah,
It's only a small population,
I mean, no trains. We're fine.
Yeah, right. Oh, the light rail gets pretty crowded. Yeah. Well, so here's what I want to hear about. I'm sure there's a lot of driving around here that you like to hit everything. What does like a week look like? Any given week, kind of when you're hitting mics and shows and like getting booked. Things like what does the scene look like? Are there a lot of comics?
There's a decent amount of comics. There's a good flow of young ones kind of coming through that are like actually take it seriously. That's nice.
That's
like,
cool. Yeah.
I feel like my class that I kind of started with are very much of the mindset of hit every mic, write a lot, have new jokes. But it's definitely it's an old town with a small scene, so there's definitely just some older folks that haven't moved, and they'll still get work at the clubs and stuff like that, and they still come out here and there. But it's definitely just kind of more of the hobby, which is cool. Little annoying.
Sometimes it can be annoying.
Sometimes it can be really annoying, but it's fine. They're all really nice, and I mean, we got Nikki Glazer just came out here, and not just, but he's from here, and Greg Warren, great headliner. He lives here, and he pops into the Funny Bone.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
So,
I know you guys were talking about that last night. It seemed like the group was hanging out. Like it was definitely real cool.
Yeah.
How it was going. You got a sense of like, oh yeah, you guys have like a thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like is there like a Sunday, Monday, like you guys hit these kind of like every week sort of
you
thing?
You can get up pretty much every night of the week except for Friday, Saturday for open mics.
Yeah.
So I mean, Sunday there's usually at least one mic. It might be like a mixed mic, but you can go do stand up there.
And are things usually not weekly? There'll be like sometimes you hit this, sometimes that's going on.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
There's a few like bi-weekly and then a couple monthly ones. And honestly, the monthly ones are nice because they actually have an audience like comes back.
There
which
you go.
Is good. But there's a lot of weekly. I run my own weekly bar mic. It stands. It's the Stands Chaos. It's comedy because it's just a chaotic bar
I love a chaotic
show.
room. Yeah.
The clubs you can get up at open mic wise Tuesday Funny Bone, and then here at Helium and St. Charles Funny Bone there's mics Wednesday, so you can hit them both, which is nice to hit 2 clubs in one night.
That's great.
And then Thursday night is a good spot or a good time to go get guest spots like Funny Bone or Helium and stuff. Definitely, like if there's just typically a lighter show on a Thursday or Sunday, it's just easier. The headliner doesn't want to do as long of a set, so there were some guys up. And then a lot of independent shows that have popped up in the past couple years since COVID. I run my own at City Winery, and it's kind of bi-monthly, and then I run my own monthly show at Funny Bone.
Oh, cool. So what do you? What's like the Funny Bone one like? What's the City Winery one like? You were saying that was a headliner show, right?
Yeah, City Winery is a headliner show. We just had Chris Trani from Chicago there, and it's really cool because it's like I emailed them right before they opened, like the week before they opened, and they set me up really nice. They were eager to have comedy in the building, which is really fun. Like the management there is great.
That's awesome.
But it's definitely a different vibe than like a comedy club.
Yeah,
because it's very long, like dinner tables at a winery, and they're all like having like nice meals, and stuff. So it's a little bit it's a different speed than like a club show,
for sure.
It's feels the closest I'll get to like a theater show for a while because of the way it's just very spread out, and the stage is a little higher set up. But Funny Bone show is just like my favorite, like regulars in town and a bunch of guest spots, whoever kind of comes through, and like just club straight ahead comedy, just showcase style.
Yeah, I got you.
Goes
cool
for the most part.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's great. That's Funny Bone gives you that too. That option also. Like that's awesome. You know.
I grew up with it like right next door to my house, and I wish I knew it was there earlier and I could have started earlier, but worked the door there for like a year, and the manager's very cool.
Sweet. So they know you real well and all that kind of stuff. That's great. What are the mics like when you talk about some of these places that you got like hit, like the mic you run at Stands? It sounds like you run a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So like, and that's at a place called Stands, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Stands Bar.
So how do you, how many comics are showing up? Are you like going up and hosting, calling from the back? Is it, you sign your name up on a list and you just go in order, that kind of thing?
Anybody just first come first serve, sign up. You get there, sign up, and that's the order. And I'll host it. My friend Chris Oliver, who I run City Winery with, he co-hosts it with me. So because Funny Bone will be right before our mic, and then also sometimes there's a mic at Spine. So like one of us, whoever's there first, basically would just go up and host until the other one gets there and switch off.
Oh, got you. So you switch off. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's just pretty much straight ahead. We just go up, call the next person up, and go. And it's a St. Louis dive bar, so there's just regular South City alcoholics that come in, and honestly, we've gotten them to like us, which is nice.
Yeah.
So
it happened. Yeah, it's happened before.
We've grown on them. A lady last week who's been there like 3 weeks in a row during my host set showed me her tramp stamp.
Oh, whoa!
So that's the vibe.
Chaos, Mike.
Yeah, chaos comedy.
Yeah, super fun. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do a bunch of people come through for the mic? Like, how many people sign up on these things?
I mean, usually we hit 15 at least every week. So it's nice because, like, there'll be a group of people who, like, didn't get on at Funny Bone, like the club mic, and they'll just go wait at Stands and get up there. And then there's some people who don't even go out to that because they live closer to Stands.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends. And there's always people kind of trickling in from the other mics afterwards. So it's nice. And then there's pool there and cheap beer. So
sweet.
Tuesday night hangout.
Sounds great. Yeah. How many people go up at that Funny Bone mic?
Funny Bone mic, it'll probably be about 14, 15 people, and then a few write-ins.
Yeah.
Features and a Greg.
Like Greg Warren kind of type. Yeah, I got you. And Helium probably does something similar where it's like, is it like more than like 20 plus or something though?
Helium here, it'll be like 20 comics and stuff, and it can get pretty long.
I know. I was in Philly for so long, and there's obviously a Helium there, so like, they probably do things relatively similarly. Mm-hmm. I assume like St. Louis Funniest is about to start.
Yeah, St. Louis Funniest is about to start.
Everybody gets obsessed.
So obsessed, so competitive, and like I don't know. I try not to get competitive unless I actually get through the first round. Sure. It's for sure just a bringer show. So like people bring their friends, they're just gonna vote for him. But last year, not to put a chip on my shoulder, but I did not bring anybody at all. Got through, and I made it to like the finals.
Oh, hell yeah.
So try to do that again.
Yeah.
But I only really get competitive towards that because like it's a $3,000 first place prize.
I know it's bumped up. When I was doing it, it was like $1,000. Which is still great.
Even that, yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Everybody like, you know, brings a million people. You get like a bunch of comps and stuff like that, and then it fills up that preliminary round, and then the next round or two is pretty empty. And if you can somehow convince people that you did great, is amazing. My thing I used to say was always like, you want to go there, you want to do the thing you came to do. You know, you want to do that set. Yeah. You want to do well. And you want to win $3,000, and only one person gets to do all three. Yeah. So doing well was part of it. You know, you were talking yesterday. That's like kind of how you get like seen by the club.
Yeah, for sure. The booking. I don't know. Should I give in the?
Well, you do it. I mean, you don't have to say names or whatever, but you can. It's like you get noticed. They're watching.
The bookers are watching.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
So that's nice, and that's how I got to start working here over the past year, and it's great, and it's a good opportunity to get a tape too in the preliminary round.
Absolutely,
they'll record your set for you.
Yeah, we used to feel the same way. Exactly, I know. That's super cool. I mean, so like, and you guys, do you go that like outside, like St. Louis County a lot? Do you go? Are there like some more suburban, deeper suburbs? Than the county that you guys like hit regularly, or like there are other clubs even like within an hour and a half, other than like Chicago or. How far is Kansas City? It's far.
Kansas City's like 4 hours.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's not terrible, but yeah, it's a bit of a haul to get over there. And then Columbia, where Mizzou is, there's a couple shows down there that are pretty fun.
There you go.
College town, so those kids are cool.
Yeah.
You know, but St. Charles is like 30 minutes away from downtown, so it's a little farther out. And then O'Fallon has, I think, a monthly showcase. But other than that, there's not really mics or anything that people go to.
I got you. It's not like, people, right.
I set up gigs in any town I can, you know. So I just did a 420 show outside of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and the guy who was paying us looked like redneck Thor. And super sweet guy, managed to say so many racial slurs in the amount of time that I talked to him, and it was just what a fun time.
Happy 420.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is weed totally legal in Missouri?
Totally legal, yeah.
Recreationally?
Recreationally.
Oh, heck yeah. So, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, it's only the past 3 years.
I knew it was medical. I knew there was medical here.
Yeah.
But, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got my medical when I was 19, and the recreational is 21. So even if you're not 21, you can get...
You get a medical marijuana card. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Really cool. What'd you get it for?
Anxiety and depression, but really I just
want to smoke.
Yeah. Technically, I have been diagnosed, but haven't we all?
Yeah, exactly. You know? No, thank God they put that on there. You know, like help us out a little bit. You know, give us something.
Really sad. I need to take edibles and play video games.
I need to vape constantly. Oh yeah.
I took an edible last night to like go to sleep, and I just had a panic attack instead.
Oh no.
The ultimate reverse card.
I know. I can't. I mean, I'll do edibles, but I'm not like. I just like flower, really. Like I just was like, oh, vape constantly. I really don't vape. You know. I mean, I'll hit a vape, but I don't carry around a vape ever. But I'm just always trying to just smoke flower. It makes me feel like an old hippie, even though I'm not from that time. But it's like just roll it up. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the pens, I'll just rip it like a jewel.
Yeah.
And just get so fucking dumb.
I know, right? I know, because that is the thing. I mean, some of the highest I've been is just kind of like when you're hitting a pen over and over, like just walking down the street, just like passing it back and forth with people. And, like all of a sudden, it's like, man, I'm out of my mind. Yeah. It was fun, but yeah, I don't need to be doing that every day. I like flower. It keeps, you get high and then you're kind of like done. Like I don't need to be ripping like whole joints constantly. You can just like kind of put it away, keep hitting it, share it, things like that. I do spliffs a lot, so it's again like only parsing it out. I think of it as like a one hitter.
Just putting it at the front.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I do blunts for the most part. But
blunts are the best though.
Yes.
I can't roll a blunt, so I don't even.
Really?
Yeah, I have never really successfully done it. I've done a real sloppy one maybe once. That's probably the best I've ever done.
You just got to get a regular swisher and just lick the shit out of it, dude.
Yeah.
That's I don't even like. I kind of like form it to where I'm gonna roll it, but then I just lick it over.
Yeah, I got you.
Pearls every time, dude.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the technique. I just don't have the hand or practice. I don't have the conditioning, the muscle memory.
I worked at Emo's Pizza, which is like our big pizza chain around here, and the guy who taught me how to roll joints had been in prison for a long time.
Okay.
So I think he just really had the expert level, necessity of rolling something.
Yeah.
Pass that on to me.
That's kind of what you want as at a pizza place, is a guy that really knows how to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
super good.
He would bring his 5-foot fucking bong, and we would be hitting it in the parking lot behind the Emo. And there's kids from Cold Stone Creamery looking at us.
Oh man.
While we're doing it. But
just singing sad songs.
yeah,
right. But they're not getting tipped. Yeah. Well, that's sweet, man. I don't know. What else do you do around here? Do you have a pod, anything like that, or are you guys? Is there a scene of that kind of stuff? Are people trying to do? I think you mentioned yesterday there were more gimmick shows. There were some.
Yeah, there's Double Dare Comedy Show is a fun one. They basically just you spin a wheel, you have to do a dare at the top of your set, and then you just go into your set. So it's kind of a fun, just weird way to show how weird you are before you start talking, and then. There's Wild Card Comedy Showcase. They do that at Funny Bone. You pull cards, and the card might be do your darkest joke, do a joke from your first month of comedy, do impressions and stuff. But it's kind of a little improv, but still staying true to stand up.
Yeah, it's still stand up. Are they mostly stand up gimmicks, stand up with a twist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Sure. There is a storytelling show. Jeremy Helwig runs that at Heavy Anchor, and it's called Sorry Please Continue. You tell a story, and then there's a panel of guys who cut in and kind of tag up the story and ask questions and stuff. So
I've done shows like that. That's cool.
It's definitely it's a lot of fun, and there's not a lot of chances to do stories especially when you're opening.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I would I've only done stuff here, but I would talking about it's a drinking town and stuff. I mean, our crowd's rowdy. You're talking about stands and maybe how the South City alcoholics, are do you feel people are kind of rowdier? Are they, is there another thing you kind of feel? Are they trained? I mean, I assume at a Funny Bone, at Helium, it's been around long enough. They're trained in a certain way. They probably get regulars, I'm sure.
For sure. Funny Bone, I feel has the more old county drunks, which is annoying because they can be a respectful audience or just fucking talking and going crazy, especially a Friday late show.
Yeah, right. Friday late. I mean, it's classic. Yeah. But that's not a Funny Bone thing.
Anyway. But it's a more entitled kind of drunk, which is annoying as shit. Refusing to pay the tab, stuff like that.
Oh wow!
People will get into it.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
I've had to kick a table out one time, and this lady literally just stuck her hand out and slid the bucket of beers off the table as they're leaving, and I was like,
man,
nobody's cleaned this floor in 20 years, so it really doesn't make a difference. But
yeah, you were the door guy. You must have seen some real jerk offs.
Yeah. There's a
sweep the beer right onto them. Did it shatter everywhere? What happened there?
Surprisingly, no bottles broke.
Wow.
They flew everywhere, and the ice got everywhere and shit. But it was a late show, and it was just dude, come on.
Get the fuck
that's
out
drying
of
into the floor. That's not you're not making any difference.
Yeah, for sure.
We've had some hookers come in with Johns
and
stuff, and those are always. There was one guy that passed out, and the woman was basically trying to jerk him off to wake him up.
Oh
and
my God.
I have to be ma'am. It's a Sunday show, please. And we kicked her out. She just threw her glass, just threw the drink on the ground, and I thought she was gonna throw it in my friend's face, who was door guy, but she just threw it on the ground and be "Now you're gonna clean that up," and we don't.
Yeah, there you go. This is an old rug that this rug started out white and it's now black. Don't worry about it.
Definitely. Just rowdy. There's a big Coke element.
Really?
There too. So people just when they start heckling, they don't stop, or even just talking at their table, they don't realize how loud they're actually being. And stuff, and you tell them hey man, can you chill out? And they're really nice, but they're still they're just fucked up.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, and then bar shows and shit. Like, there's definitely people that are just like, this is my bar. What the fuck are you doing in my bar? But I feel like that's most bar shows.
Yeah,
it can be.
It can be, certainly. Right, exactly. I mean, bar shows can be like all different kinds, especially because every little detail about the place really matters. Comedy clubs tend to have like, especially like franchises chains like this, they like have some sort of template. That they're trying to implement. But when you're just running a show at a bar, it's like, what are we allowed to do here? What is the venue are you gonna turn off the TVs? Can we charge a cover? And then we won't get as many. Just like, this is my bar, you go to hell. I'm taking over, kind of thing. They're like, so you get like these wrinkles that'll help with some of that sometimes, or just change it at least. Well, that's cool. What's your we're at Helium, but so present company excluded. Outside of Helium, what is like your favorite venue? And I would say like you'd probably say a City Winery or something, but like something you don't run, leave Helium out of it, just because I don't know, if these walls could hear you talk, they are hearing.
My favorite room is anywhere I'm booked. No, honestly, like, club wise, probably Funny Bone Westport.
Yeah,
because it's an old school comedy club setup, and it's just, you're right on top of everybody, and just you still smell cigarettes in there. It's a really cool vibe. And then independent room wise, other than like City Winery, which I love,
of course,
I'm gonna say Heavy Anchor is a cool, like, it's a punk bar, and it has
sweet.
a separate room.
Nice.
So like it's a big stage, but it's like, if it's packed out in there, you can have a really hot set.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Heavy Anchor.
Yeah.
What part of town is that in?
That's South City, kind of Bevo area over there, where that windmill is.
Oh,
we were
okay.
talking about yesterday. A lot of Bosnians over there.
Got you. Bosnian punk bar. I love it.
Bosnian punk bar. Yeah.
Well, plug something. Where can people find you, and plug your shows, all that kind of stuff?
My Instagram is Jack Wright Comedy. I think I'm just Jack Wright on Facebook. Stand up Jack Wright on TikTok, and then every last Wednesday of the month at St. Louis Funny Bone Westport, I run a show, The Funny Bone Favorites, and then a bi-monthly show at the City Winery. And that's all my stuff, man. And then the Stands open mic every Tuesday night.
Stands. Okay, that's the thing I want to check out now.
Yeah, dude, it's lit.
Hell yeah. Jack, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
This show. It's going to be awesome. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you later. Thanks for watching Grubard. Peace.